What's the deal, y'all? This be your boy Scotty by Nature TV, and we're here for a brand new episode of Yes for the Miss, where we talk about celebrity gossip, hot topics, and all things reality TV based. I hope you guys are having a wonderful, wonderful Tuesday, and I intend on doing the exact same thing, you guys. What is going on? Okay, now we're gonna go ahead and get into today's mess, and that is some Real Housewives BravoCon type of mess. So we're gonna start it off with Miss Sheree Whitfield, one of the most delusional housewives I've ever seen in my entire life. But we're gonna go ahead and get into it now. Sheree says that she was asked to join this upcoming season of the Real Housewives of Atlanta in some capacity, but she declined because the money wasn't right. Let's get into it.
I'm going to see me on Atlanta this season.
Would you come back to Atlanta? Not the next season. Like, are you still open to that?
I'm open to it. They asked me but this to come back in a capacity this season.
You said no.
I did say no.
Okay, tell me why you said no.
Money talks, and it wasn't speaking loudly enough. Yeah, sometimes you got to know your worth. You got to be able to walk away, and at some point, hopefully, we can get it together. No, you're not going to see.
Okay, so that was Sheree Whitfield basically speaking on the fact that she was asked to return to season 17 of the Real Housewives of Atlanta in some kind of capacity. But however, she said that the money wasn't talking loud enough for her. She was also saying that it's best to know what your worth is, and hopefully next time they come with the better bag. So let me just say this. Sheree is an OG of the Real Housewives of Atlanta. She's definitely one of the originals alongside Nene Leakes, Lisa Wu, and Deshawn Snow, as well as Kim Zolciak. So she is one of the originators of the Real Housewives of Atlanta. No one can take that away from her. But let's talk about her run on the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Sheree never brought that much to the show. If we're going to be real, Sheree never brought that much to the show. Her first season, she was talking about her divorce with Bob Whitfield and how she wasn't sure she was going to get the six figures in a settlement. Then the second season, she was divorced and she had that famous line, "Who gonna check me, boo?" By season 3, she really didn't have no damn storyline. She was dating this fake ass doctor who they found out wasn't no real doctor. By season 4, she was really just up Kim's ass. They really wasn't friends. And by the end of the season, she was let go. So season 5, season 6, season 7 rolled around. She wasn't there. They brought her back during season 8 when Nene wasn't there. She was a friend of the show. Upgraded her to season 9 as a peach holder. And I think that season, her and Bob was around here acting like they was going to get back together, knowing that they wasn't. Then by season 10, she was out here dating a damn felon in jail. Then they let her go by the end of season 10. Then season 11 rolls around. Season 12 rolls around. 13 rolls around. She come back for 14. They try to make her anchor of the show. Once again, she was trying to, pick up She by Sheree off the ground, and then was bringing us Tyrone again. And by season 15, she really didn't have nothing going on. The thing is, Sheree never really gave us much. And I think that every time like a big star of the show leaves, like a Nene or like a Porsha or a Kenya, I even say a Candy, they'll try to bring her on or whatever because she's like an OG. And then when they try to bring her back, they try to make her anchor of the show. Now, Sheree would make a great friend of the show because that doesn't really require her to do a whole lot. But as far as when it boils down to it, she's really not a peach holder anymore. Like, she really don't have it in her. And I remember season 14 and 15, they tried to make her the anchor of the show, and it just wasn't working in her favor to be no anchor. Season 15, you could definitely tell that she was trying to be the anchor and they were trying to make her that, but it just wasn't working. It never worked in her favor to be no anchor. So I don't know, Sheree. I don't know, and I don't think it's gonna work out for you. But yeah, I don't really see a need for her to be on season 17 either when you got K Michelle on there. She gonna come through and run it down. You feel what I'm saying? So I really don't know. But let me just ask y'all, do y'all miss Sheree Whitfield? Do y'all think she should come back to the show? Do y'all think that she deserves more than what they're offering to her? Leave it down below. Now let's go ahead and get into Miss Dr. Heavenly and Toya. Okay, now y'all know that Dr. Heavenly was running for Georgia State Representative, and Toya Bush Harris was on the red carpet at the BravoCon, and she said that she will not be voting for Heavenly because she would not add to the mess and is waiting for Heavenly to be more polished. Let's get into what Toya said first, because you do know that Heavenly responded. So let's get into it.
Does Heavenly have your vote? No, she doesn't. But for me, yes, absolutely, unequivocally. I'm not one of those individuals who are just going to vote for someone just because they're my friend. You know, you have to show me that you're worthy of the position. And right now, we need to take it very seriously. We have a lot of people in positions and in office, and it's a mess. And I'm not going to add to the mess. You know, so when she shows me that she's cleaned herself up and that she's polished and she knows how to answer the questions in a way that's for the people, she'll have my vote. But as a no. Does
To be honest, y'all, I am not mad at Toya and I am not mad at her response. I promise you, I am not mad at Toya's response in the least bit. I ain't mad. I'm not, y'all. I'm not upset about it. You want to know why? Because why would she vote for Dr. Heavenly? Why would anybody want to vote for Dr. Heavenly in this damn race? And this is something that's very serious, right? And I like Dr. Heavenly for the most part. Like, she's a sweet lady, you know, outside of the show, she is a sweet lady. But why would she want to vote for Dr. Heavenly? Like, you gotta make it make sense. And when we're voting for people like this, like people that got our lives and the things that we trying to do in the palm of their goddamn hands, we got to make sure we make the right decision for us. And voting for Dr. Heavenly isn't the right decision for Toya, and I don't see nothing wrong with that. You know, I live in Georgia and I ain't voting for Dr. Heavenly. You know, I'm still trying to figure out everybody that's running in Georgia, and therefore, you know, like I said, I'm a Georgia resident myself. But I'm not voting for Dr. Heavenly either. You know, I always thought it was a goddamn joke when her ass ran up there and said that she was going to be running for a representative and things like that. So, yeah, Dr. Heavenly is an accomplished woman. Definitely, you know, she has the credentials and things like that. But that's all on paper. She's accomplished on paper. But when you think about her character and how she presents herself on the show, she's a joke. You feel what I'm saying? So my thing is, I get it. You grew up in poverty. You graduated from college. It don't really mean that you're up for the politics of it all. You know, do you really think that Scotty by Nature TV would be somewhere trying to run for some damn title like a representative for the state of Georgia and the city of Atlanta? And no. Cause I know that I ain't really suitable for that. So I would never do that. And that ain't even me trying to down myself. But I ain't suitable for that, and I ain't finna try to do that. So that's really it. Now let's move on to what Dr. Heavenly said in response to what Toya said. Let's get into it.
Some conversations with Toya, and you know, she had some not so interesting statements about you running and that she felt like you weren't polished. And a lot of the comments did not agree with her. They felt that as a Black woman, kind of set our community back.
Oh, thank you. Listen, first and foremost, I just hate that I did not educate Toya on that she's not even in my district. She cannot vote. And we had the conversation. She does not know what a state representative does. She damn sure don't know what a congressperson does. But let me talk to you about why I'm running. I'm running because I'm the child with no windows. You remember that episode? I grew up on government assistance. I watched my mom work really hard, and I see burns on her arms when she worked in the laundry, right? Until she could get free child care so she could go back to school. Right? My dad was a disabled veteran, 100% disabled, died with Agent Orange. I am a two-time HBCU graduate, Meharry Medical College and FAMU, right? And they're stripping away the loans and the funding for HBCUs. My son was arrested. He came home safely, but so many of our boys don't. And that's why I'm running for Congress, because in my district, where she said that she would never live in and that she was above my district, they don't have a voice. So many people don't have a voice. And I'm going to be that voice. I'm going to use my platform to be a voice that's unvoiced, unapologetic, and unafraid to speak up and speak out for my people. And that's why I'm running. But I don't think Toya gets that.
Had some conversation.
Now, that was Dr. Heavenly's response to what Toya had to say about her not wanting to give Dr. Heavenly her vote as the Georgia state representative. And I got to say that Dr. Heavenly, as eloquent and beautiful as that speech was, you did kind of prove Toya's point about not being polished, because the first thing that you chose to do was get your ass up there and start, you know, cursing and being shady and all that other shit. You feel what I'm saying? So it's just like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck is really going on? Like, you didn't do nothing but prove a point. Like, you know, you could have came up there. Like, if you was gonna respond, here's the thing. I don't mind Dr. Heavenly responding, right? So let's start there. I don't mind Dr. Heavenly responding in the least bit, trust me. But if you was going to respond, then girl, you should have responded in a way where you're not proving Toya right. You feel what I'm saying? Because she said that you need to be a little bit more polished. You need to be a little bit more polished, but your response was not polished at all. You went right into your Dr. Heavenly of it all and did that. So again, why be mad about what Toya say instead of just cleaning yourself up? Because that's all that she's really saying. She wants you to polish and clean yourself up, and you still have yet to do that. So basically, you still looked at it as a joke based off of the way that you just responded to Toya, basically, in so many words. But it is what it is. I don't know if y'all agree with me or not, but if you want to give Heavenly your vote, then that's fine. I don't even know if Dr. Heavenly is even in my goddamn district, if you want me to be real, but I think that she just proved Toya right in this instance. She could have responded, but could have responded just a little bit differently. But let's go ahead and get into the last story of the day, and that is Miss Porsha Williams, honey. Let's go ahead and talk about Porsha. Now, I guess in a flight coming back home from Vegas from BravoCon, she got into some type of situation. It's giving Meredith from Salt Lake City, but let's go ahead and get into it. Now, Porsha Williams landed in the FBI's radar after an incident on the Delta flight. Porsha Williams is under investigation, honey, by federal authorities after an incident on a Delta flight from Las Vegas to Atlanta on Sunday, November 16th. The incident involved Porsha or at least one other person. The FBI is looking to whether federal charges may apply. Delta Airlines stated that the cabin crew spoke with two customers on the flight, which landed in Atlanta without further issues, where law enforcement was present. Okay, so that is Porsha. Okay, look at her right here.
I love you. I love you. Any families traveling with car seats and strollers are welcome aboard at this time. Along with Zone 3, is now welcome aboard.
That's definitely the Hartsfield Jackson airport. That's definitely that airport. I love that airport, but I hate it all at the same time. Okay. Now let's go ahead and get into it. So Porsha makes a post. Okay. Well, not she makes a post. Her lawyer, Joe, comes in and he released a statement addressing the recent incident on a Delta Airlines flight that caught the attention of the FBI. Now, Joe stated that Porsha was verbally attacked by an angry passenger without reason and that the passenger made false claims that contradict eyewitness accounts. Porsha plans to cooperate with the investigation. Okay, now this is what the lawyer had to say. Now, Miss Williams was verbally assaulted by an irate and unhinged passenger without provocation. The passenger then proceeded to make false allegations that were in direct conflict with observations from several eyewitnesses, as with any incident occurring aboard an aircraft. Federal authorities are required to conduct an investigation involving all parties to determine what, if any, offenses occurred. Ms. Williams have every intention of cooperating with law enforcement to whatever extent necessary and remains confident that the passenger will be charged. Okay, so there's something else that was brought up and it was put together on Twitter by OMFG Reality TV. They said that this is allegedly, but this is recorded. This is according to someone that was on the Delta flight. They said, "Hi there. The majority of the flight was very dark, so if anything happened during the flight, we did not see it or hear it. Once we landed, we had to wait a while before we could deplane. The passengers had to wait for Porsha to get off the plane first, and then we could deplane. Some people were very angry about having to wait because they had connecting flights that they needed to get to. Some thought that if she had special privileges, then she should fly private," said a disgruntled male passenger. "If something popped off, Delta staff did a great job at keeping it away from passengers." So they're basically saying that there were people that were on the flight that were kind of pissed off that they couldn't get off the plane right away because they had to wait for Porsha to leave. And a lot of them were upset because they had their own connecting flights to get to, but they couldn't get to their connecting flights due to the fact that they had to wait for Porsha to get the hell on. Now, I'm going to be real with y'all and I'm going to be honest with y'all. If I was in their predicaments, I would be pissed off too. Like, bitch, why the fuck am I waiting on you to get the hell on? You feel what I'm saying? Like, why the fuck am I waiting on you? Like, why? Like, what's the tea? Like, what's going on here? You feel what I'm saying? I got a connecting flight to get on. I don't want to get left off my flight because your ass want to be all Hollywood and shit. Get me the fuck up off of here. You feel what I'm saying? So that's basically what it was. So I definitely understand if the customer was kind of irate because they was ready to get the fuck on and just get the hell on and all that other shit. Like, I get that part. So I do understand it. Now, if it was that, I do believe it. But however, if they did try to attack her, then they wrong. You know what I mean? So that's pretty much the gist of that, y'all. So that's pretty much all that we got for today. Leave your comments on what you felt about the story about Miss Sheree Whitfield not coming back to the show because the money wasn't talking. Let's talk about how y'all felt about the Dr. Heavenly versus Toya thing, about how Toya says that she ain't voting for Dr. Heavenly and how Heavenly responded back. And how do y'all feel about this whole Delta Airlines situation that happened between Porsha and another Delta Airlines, passenger? Let's talk about it down below. So with that being said, make sure you guys go and pick up my book, That's Why You're Lonely. It's now available on Amazon and Kindle books. So make sure you guys go and pick it up. I only have about 8 more pre-orders to send out. So be prepared because y'all are the last on the list. And I am almost done sending these books out. So thank you guys for purchasing and pre-ordering. With that being said, you guys, your boys up out here. Be sure to like, rate, comment, subscribe, share this video, and also click on notification bell so you can be notified whenever a video drops. And if you want to follow me on any form of social media, my Twitter, my Instagram, and my TikTok will be down below. With that being said, you guys, your boys up out here, and I will see you guys on the next one. Bye.
Things I wanna do to you, all the love you try to hide, deep in between those thighs. Ain't too proud to beg for what I want, ain't too proud to beg for what I need. If it's good loving that you want, you can get it all from me. Ain't too proud to beg for what I want, ain't too proud to beg for what I need. Good loving that you want, you can get